are not cheap. So, I don't get it.
I'm just giving you a heads up as to, in talking with Freddie Wells, we've had a couple meetings with her in recent weeks, and she's our grant writer. And I'm just giving you information that she's relayed. Our rates, I think, when we figure out somewhere in $79 for the first 5,000 water and sewer combined. And she said somewhere that, not to say we're going there, but in a lot of towns, DNR and the state look at, what would she say, about $140, $150 as an average. Combined.
Combined of what?
Water and sewer.
That's the rates in a lot of other towns in order to get funded.
Well, I think DNR and EPA are having some issues. I think they've lost their
about
mind.
residential rates.
So, I mean, there's some questions to look that we're going to have to answer, in order to qualify for any money. So, I mean,
we can have to pass a bond issue too.
this is, I mean, I'm not saying that's not true, but that's new information to me because I'm under the impression that the study in 08 indicated that we need to be raising our rates. Is that accurate?
That's
At
the way I
the
read
time,
it.
and that we didn't do that at the time?
If we wanted, based upon our debt service, that is correct. If we wanted to turn it more into the black, that is correct. But it was covering debt service. But what I'm talking about is our rates in comparison to the rest of the state. I'm not talking about debt service right now. And so that's what the study indicated, that we were on the high end. Now, I realize if we need to build another plant, then we will have to cover the debt service on that. I agree. But what I don't necessarily agree with is that we are on the low end. And I'm also seeing where larger cities, such as Kansas City, is not being pressured in the same way. So I don't know. Whenever they get pressured, they just go to the federal government and get a grant. So that's great. I guess you have to be at that level to pull that off. Otherwise, you just raise your rates out of the ceiling. So I'm sorry, that's not reasonable.
Well, I can tell you, for your information, our sewer fund is our least, profitable fund. It has very little.
Correct.
That's our lowest.
That's correct.
And a lot of times our water's almost supplementing that sewer fund, so,
Yeah.
which it shouldn't be doing.
No, I agree with that too.
You want to talk about the sewer?
I got it real quick. Do we have any of this study that you're referencing from 2 years ago? Do we still have any paperwork on that? Is there any?
We can get a copy. Find one and bring it. So you
I would like to actually see some
All
type
that
of
data
document that
rates.
states that where we do currently sit with our rates.
We are talking about two different things. One was a rate study. That
I'm talking about just overall rates
Okay.
with the city.
That
the
was
state.
with the meeting with MPUA. So the rate study was commissioned by for an outside source to study our rates and then make recommendations over the next several years.
Now, on the Southwest Lagoon, our permit's going to be up within a year. The way the EPA, in order to meet EPA and DNR requirements, they have to come and do an inspection before they'll issue a permit. They did our inspection this past week, and word of mouth, it passed just fine. Everything was in good shape. I haven't got that in writing yet, but it's supposed to be forthcoming in a few days. So the paperwork and all the inspection, everything that the inspection entails, we did just fine on Southwest.
So that's to get an updated permit?
I'm sorry?
So the inspection was to get an updated permit. How long will that permit go?
The way the regs are, they have to do that inspection before they would issue a permit. So now then, we'll have to follow the regular procedure. I'll have to to figure out how many people's on it, turn in all the paperwork, and then that part wouldn't be a holdup. And I don't foresee any holdup as far as the permit goes.
How long will that, I think that's the question, is that's how long will that permit?
That permit will be for 5 years, but what they'll do, if they're gonna make any changes, and they don't tell you ahead of time on this, but what I'm looking for is probably ammonia limits. If that comes, then they'll give us 3 years to comply with that, and out of that 5-year permit. So they will say, at the end of 3 years, you will have to hit this number. Then we have 3 years to decide what you're going to do with what we're going to get it done, or fix it so that it'll comply with that.
Any other comments about the lagoon?
I have one question, not about the lagoon, but in our last meeting, you had mentioned driving down East Main out towards the cemetery and checking out that road. Were you going to discuss roads again about that?
We changed our mind and decided not to put that before the council at this time.
Okay. Well, I just know you had asked us to do that, and you were going to bring
That's
something
what
to
I'm
the
going
meeting,
to
so.
propose to do to 9th Street.
So that may be coming in the future.